beach, I don't wanna go, but everybody knows this place is dying, as am I might not get another chance. It's such a careful dance, and I am such a fuck up. If you only knew that I am such a fuck up. I've got 100 hours to rearrange the stars, and I'm the worst mistake that God has ever made. You seem to integrate so fucking well, but I make lemons out of lemonade. Blood clots and death cramps, injections and leakages, the election cycle and the tides. Aztec circles of the death of all deaths, but the beast refuses to die. In your guts, you know it's all destroyed. You could have had a boy if you had children. Now you think you might just put them down. None of us belong, everything I do is wrong, and soon there will be nobody left around. And in your blood, you know what's right, and in your bones, you know what's wrong, and in your throat, you know you're lying to kids, and you know nobody belongs in this hell, and there is not a single choice left to make. I am God's worst mistake, and you seem happy on the knife's edge, but I just lick the blade. I've got 100 hours to rearrange the stars, and I'm the worst mistake your God has ever made. You seem to integrate so fucking well, but I make lemons out of lemonade. Blood clots, death camps, gluts and depressions, the business cycle and the tides. Concentric circles of torture wheels, but the beast refuses to die. Atomistic rational behavior, invisible hand savior, fucking up your definitions, even though it's life or death. Who fucking told you you were selfish or even self-interested? Don't you think it matters when we wish our friends the best? And fuck, I'm not a Marxist, I'm not a fucking Democrat. Because of all this bullshit, I'm not anything at all. All I wanted was a framework. None of them can live here. There's nothing to believe in, and there won't be till we fall. And it's not all you, man, you were just a kid once. God, I'm such a fuck up. If you only knew that I am such a fuck up. I've got 100 hours to rearrange the stars, and I'm the worst mistake your God has ever made. I can't get the numbers right, I can't fucking count, because not one goddamn thing is in its place. Far too afraid to make conclusions, so when I jump to illusions. Is the jump why I fall? Far too afraid to make mistakes. Will fucking up be what it takes to change at all? I don't count a single blessing. All I count is all my stressing. Only feel whatever's pressing. Barely do what needs addressing. I don't wanna make mistakes. They went into my mind and in my cheeks. And I know I love the breaks, so I'll try again in the following weeks. Oh, there are moments when I curse every sound, and I wonder what my life is for. When the only thing that I desire is to be close to the ground, but only in metaphor can I merge with the floor. If my tendency is impatience, but I want to win at chess, no wonder I am anxious. Every choice feels like a mess. To make an cleancy is dreaming, but I want to be awake. No wonder I'm exhausted by every breath I take in the joy. I don't count a single blessing. All I count is all my stressing. Only feel whatever's pressing. Barely do what needs addressing. I don't want to make mistakes. They burn into my mind and in my cheeks. And I know I love the breaks, so I'll try again in the following weeks. Oh, there are moments when I curse every sound, and I wonder what my life is for. When the only thing that I desire is to be close to the ground, but only in metaphor can I merge with the floor. As long as we're still here, does it matter what we fear? Does it matter? As long as we stay here, as long as we stay here, as long as we're still here, does it matter what we fear? Does it matter? As long as we stay here, as long as we stay here, as long as we're still here, does it matter what we fear? Does it matter? As long as we stay here, as long as we stay here. Give me your attention, please. Listen to me sing. Listen to me sing. Listen to me sing. Give me your attention, please. So listen to me sing. Listen to me sing. Listen to me sing. Turn your eyes and let me take a little bit of space. I don't know just yet what it is that I want to say. Turn your ear and let me take a little bit of sound. Might feel like I'm right nearby even when I'm not around. Give me your attention, please.
Hello, hello, hello.
Listen to me sing. Listen to me sing.
If you completed any of the self-care checklist, feel free to send a little purple heart into the chat. We like to see when people are taking care of themselves around here. So yeah, today. No, a Kit Kat is a snack. A Kit Kat is a snack. You did something after the self-care checklist. Right now I am working on a new vest for Caliph. It's gonna be velvet on one side and striped on the other, and I'm very excited. But the only problem with working with velvet and a very stretchy fabric is everything likes to be in lots of different places all at once. So I'm trying to figure out if this piece here needs to be seem torn. Or if it's supposed to be the way that it is. I don't really feel like bringing out the yeah, I'm pretty sure that's supposed to not be a scene. Okay, so because this is mostly, oh, these scissors are not, okay, there we go. Velvet holds a stitch much better than the cotton does. My goodness. Okay. So let's untie that to the point where it's on the same level as the other thing. Okay, right, I was supposed to be talking while I was doing things. So I figure I might as well tell my experience with LARP in a chronological order. That seems like a good thing to do. Mostly this is just me practicing talking for 2 hours, because I really need to get better at that. That's something I want to practice at. Okay, so there we go. That matches up much better. I'm wondering if I should do something so that, I don't know, I feel like this camera angle this is Bob, right? Just trying to remember because I'm really bad with connecting usernames to, okay, hello. I'm pretty much, talking to someone who has been there throughout the majority of my LARP experience. You weren't there for the MSSM stuff, though. So, like, I can talk about the MSSM stuff, and that'll all be entirely new to you. Or at least somewhat new. Oh shit. Pro tip, dropping your string while you're holding an end of it isn't the best idea. Okay, let's go and grab that. So, I've kind of always wanted to be able to do LARP for as long as I have known that LARP is a thing. It seems like just the ultimate expression of nerdiness, and also I love costumes, and I love roleplay, and I love fake fighting, like boffer fighting, even though I didn't know I loved boffer fighting until I actually tried boffer fighting. So I always kind of knew that I wanted to do it, but I had trouble finding someplace local to actually LARP. Until one day I walked into a Shaw's supermarket in one of my usual outfits, which is to say a corset and a peasant top and a multicolored skirt and this beautiful velvet teal cloak. I need to be looking up here when I talk, not down here at the camera. And one of the people working there basically stopped me and my mom and was like, "Hey, do you guys LARP? Have you guys ever LARPed?" And we were like, "No, but we really want to." Um, and so she she basically told us about this local LARP about Mistwood. And we were like, "Oh wow, that sounds absolutely phenomenally amazing." Oh shit, I made a mess. I made a mess of a stitch. That is okay. All of this is going to get covered in bias tape anyway. I say it's okay as I try to unpick it.
Never thought I'd be a waiter. I don't have the patience. Always knew I had ambition. Sometimes it disappears or lies.
There we go. I fixed it. There's no more clump of string right there. Let's see. And so me and my mom went to the spring fundraiser thing that Mistwood put on. And we started to get to know some of the people. I entered a boffer tournament, which was a lot of fun. It was my first time fighting boffer, even though I'd had a lot of experience fighting with fake swords in the past, and I knew that boffer was a thing. You did, really? Honestly, we get that a lot, like a lot. When my mom used to bring me to Soulfest, uh, she would get a lot of, "Oh, it's so sweet that you would bring your little sister." Because mom's just always looked really young. It's the blessing of the family, I suppose. I'm not sure how well that's carried over, but like, I feel like I look older for the sake of just the bags under my eyes, which isn't the worst thing in the world. A lot of times society tries to present looking older as a bad thing, but I don't think it's a bad thing at all. It seems to me the older you get, the less you care about society's bullshit restrictions. Um, right? Like I'm really enjoying having white streaks in my hair, and I'm really looking forward to the day when I have like a full head of gray or white hair. Even though, knowing my family, that might not, it's gonna take a while to get there. Which I suppose is a good thing. It gives more to look forward to. And then I think I don't need my phone up here to see the chat. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. This is fine. I think I need it down here because this is where my eyes are as I'm sewing.
Remember, everything will be okay. If sky is blue but you see gray and coping methods start to fray, maybe you can take the day to play. Painting the bathroom green and every color can be seen in between. Blue and yellow,
So
look closely.
we went to the thing, and I remember really wanting to join into the boffer tournament. Because I knew what boffer was, because I had a friend who had gone up to MSSM the year before and they had a boffer class. And so I had heard all about boffer and all about how fun it was, but I hadn't been able to actually do it yet. So, but I also didn't have a weapon because I had never done it before and we were only going to like check out the place. And so everyone around me was like, oh yeah, just go up to a weapon, grab it, hold it in the air, and say, whose is this? Can I please borrow it so I can enter the tournament? And so I did that. I found this really lovely black sword. That's actually the exact same brand as the sword that I currently have. And it was like, whose is this? Can I borrow it, please? And some, dude, not quite middle-aged. He was probably in his, like, mid-20s at the time, which means he's probably approaching his 30s these days. Was like, oh, that's mine. Yeah, go ahead. You can use it. And it was just like, oh, fuck, they were right. I could just, wow, okay. I don't remember. I have no clue. I don't remember faces that well. So, like, I remember having a couple of interactions with people, but I can't for the life of me tell you which people they were. He seems to have a lot of those types of swords, though. So it might have been the dude that, like, makes those types of swords. Possibly. I could be entirely mistaken, though. Boop-a-doop. I just threaded my thing through my thing. Okay. If I do this, then you guys can see what I'm doing. Because right now I am basting down, then I can put the chat here. Right now I'm basting down the 2 layers so that I can trim the stretchy layer and then put down a layer of whatchamacallit. The hem tape stuff. Half-inch hem tape. I know that's not what it's actually called, but like that's the stuff that we're going to be putting on the edges of this. Hopefully it ends up looking real cool. So, I was there. I entered this boffer tournament. I don't remember the exact name of the tournament. It wasn't the one-on-one tournament. It was the tournament where you had to... Basically, everyone was split up into 2 groups, and those 2 groups fought. And then the winning group was split into 2, and then those 2 groups fought. And then the winning groups were split into 2 again, and those 2 groups fought again. And then at the end of it, it was just a free-for-all. And I remember I was the second youngest person on the battlefield. I was like 16, and then there was one girl who was a fair amount younger than me. Yes, the Grand Melee. Was the girl who was younger than me, was that Emma? Was that Emma at the time? I remember feeling really bad about, like, fighting her, because she was so much younger, but also no one was fighting her, and it felt shitty to target her. Okay, so yeah, there was, so Emma and I were on the same team right up until the final bit of it. Um, and then we got to the point. We got to the final point, the final whatchamacallit. Oh right, right in between, I think the second and the third battle, someone pulled me to the side and was like, "Hey, you keep on getting out because people are going for your legs. If you keep your balance in the middle of your stance instead of near the front of your stance, you'll have an easier time moving when they go to strike." And he was entirely right. I made that little adjustment, and like immediately I was staying in the game so much longer. And it got to the point, possibly. I think so. I remember him being a big guy. Granted, that doesn't narrow it down a lot at LARP. There's lots of big dudes. And and it ended up getting to the point where it was me versus 4 dudes who were all like 2 or 3 times my size, who 2 of them were wielding dual swords, and one of them was wielding a reach weapon. And I had a one-handed sword with 1 hit point left. But I was just so proud that I like got to that point. It was a lot of fun. I remember that battle fondly because it was the first time I ever actually fought with boffers instead of like fighting with pool noodles or pretending glow sticks were knives or just straight up sparring, punching my opponent, you know? It was a lot of fun. And then Mom and I remember having a lot of fun at the thing. I remember being confused at a lot of the raffles because a lot of them were for in-game things that I did not understand yet because I hadn't read the rulebook yet. And that was actually the last one of those events that I was able to make it to because all of the years after I was at MSSM for that, so I wasn't able to go. Although I did write, yeah. I think the most interaction I've had with it since then was writing a thing for a raffle, because I'm working with Gunnar to make a game for the Keep. Not a game, a chronicle. Um, Thank you. It's honestly, it's been so much fun. I'm so glad that we're there. You can thank Heather for bringing us all. And then with us, we also bring all of our friends, because we're like, oh my god, LARP's so cool. And then everyone who knows us is like, that sounds pretty neat. I think that was her name. Was that not her name? She had leaf armor for a while. Did I forget her name? That's really unfortunate. Okay, cool. I remember the first time we came, she joked about being able to get a lot of moonstone for getting that many people there. And then, so then we kind of lost track of things going on with LARP for a little bit, until the first event of the upcoming season. Like, I realized that it was happening the day before. Like, that Thursday, I was like, oh my god, there's a LARP this Friday. Mom, can we go to the LARP this Friday? We can pack all our camping stuff and it'll be like an entire weekend of LARP. Can we go? And Mom said yes, and she also allowed me to bring a friend, my friend Mia, who I don't think goes by that name anymore, but I'm also don't know what the... Hi, Ollie! We're talking about LARP. I'm just kind of going chronologically through my experience with LARP. And I'm fully enjoying it. Bob is here too. Oh, thank you! So hopefully we'll get a bunch of people in here and we can just talk about LARP and LARP stories. That sounds like a lot of fun. Also, after... I'm gonna be streaming twice today. Once right now, and then once, I think, again at 4 is when we planned. Awesome. Because Ollie is going to be running a D&D campaign for us. And we're going to be doing a session 0 of sorts. Yeah! So I need to get all of the... Oh no! Well, for right now it's just you, me, and Bob here. You're going to do great, Ollie. And I'll leave it up to you how much I advertise that. If you want me to not advertise it a whole lot, I can not, or if you don't mind me advertising it a lot, it seems like a good draw to the channel. But, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Oops. Ooh, hello, there's a person! Hello, Sir Rembrandt! Thank you for the follow. Which human being are you? Because I know that you're probably from Mistwood, but I am... Ah! Hi, Cooper! Hello, welcome. I'm currently going chronologically through my, experience with LARP, and we just got to my first event. Hi! I should talk about LARP more often. I'm really enjoying having so many people like here and talking. Because one of the best parts of streaming is just like interacting with people, and I'm not a big enough streamer for me to get a lot of interaction with people. I had a little bit of a mini thing. I certainly have. Actually, have I? Thank you, Bob, for sticking my stream link into the Mistwood channel. Honestly, thank you a lot. So my first event, I like speed. So the Thursday before my first event, I speed ran reading through the entirety of the rule book. I just consumed it like I do every so often. Thank you. That's really sweet. Boop-a-doop. Oh, shit. I'm having a lot of issues with my string knotting. Hey! Consume. So Ollie, were you there at my first event? I don't remember. I am making a new vest for Caliph. Let's see. I'm using a corset pattern for it, even though I'm not gonna put like boning and things in it. Let's see if I can get a good enough. Like, I have two pieces. It's gonna kind of do a this, and then like that, and then it's gonna lace up the front and the back. And I'm currently working on basting down the two sides so that they won't move. That's fair. I'm currently working on basting down everything so that it doesn't move when I try to put down all of my edges, because it's all going to be edged in black, and it's going to have a whole bunch of like bells, and I'm gonna make like a little skirt made out of a lot of rags of all of the excess fabric. Hopefully Caliph is gonna look like damn cool when I get back. So at first, Caliph was supposed to be a temporary character, because, yes, she moves about, like, pretty much, she moves everywhere. She was only supposed to be a temporary character, so, she was just supposed to be for me to, like, experience the Mistwood for. Yeah, pretty much. She was supposed to be, just someone who was similar to me that I could experience the game with the first time, so that, so I built her to be as fun as possible, and I suppose that's where her permanence ended up being. She was just supposed to be like me with a sword, which is why her... Ooh, hell yeah! What's his name? What's his occupation? I would love for them to have met upon the road. I keep on dropping things. Possibly. Possibly Nudeni will be jealous with the bells. Oh, that reminds me, I made a Mistwood comic book at one point. It was really poorly made and it's been lost to the mess that is my house. But that is something that I made for a class project. Absolutely. So I built her to be super simple to play. I just grabbed whatever looked like the most fun. I chose a dancer because I really enjoyed dancing and I had just finished my last time of dancing with like an official studio, and I was probably a little sad about that. Calby, Calber, Cal, and Calvin. Okay. Ooh. Love us a Scandian. Caliph has actually been researching Scandian religion because she has that flirtationship thing with Marcel. And so I've had it so that while over the course of all of the time that has happened, she's become a follower of the Valkyrie. Um, yeah, yeah. Um, she was already a criminal. Like, she grew up picking pockets. That's nothing new for her. Um, I have I have a little headcanon that I might make a little bit more canon with a little bit of makeup. That you know how the brand for Thief is a T right where my rose is, on the hand. Um, I want it to be so that she got this in order to cover. I'm trying to. There we go. I want it to be that she got this in order to cover up her brand. Ooh. Let's take a look. Ooh, shiny. Oh yeah, no, absolutely. I make most of my clothing because I can't afford shit as nice as that. Which is why I am currently sitting here hand sewing. Ah, hell yes. Um, so I came to the Mistwood. I don't think any of my sisters had taken the time to make a character at that point because we were there on super, super short notice. Really? To be fair, that looks like it takes some like good quality fabric. Like, also, did you know that crushed velvet, like I'm working with now, is a lot easier to work with than real velvet? Because you can't iron real velvet without it becoming crushed velvet. It's fun. I'm glad I already had crushed velvet so that I didn't have to worry about messing with things and ironing. This is already taking it's already taking a bunch of time as is. So I brought a friend with me to the first one. Um, yeah. Okay, see you soon, Ollie. Um, so words and stuff and things. I am slowly but surely making progress. I've tacked down 3 different things. All of my sisters were NPCs for that weekend, I believe, because it was super last minute for us. So we all, everyone but me was like, you know, we're just gonna NPC this weekend and call it good. And so I remember I managed to lose my glasses on the new player module, and I didn't realize that everyone would consider it like an actual important thing until I was like, hey, I managed to lose my spectacles in the dark, and a bunch of people were like, oh shit, like out of game, let's go get those. Luckily they weren't very far on the path, they were just right outside the gate. I'm still really glad we found them, because that would have been an unfortunate weekend to go without being able to see anything. Ooh. That's good. It's better than not, I suppose. I should probably tie this knot here. I'm gonna turn on some of my like nice diffuse lights real quick. I will be right back. Ooh, I'm really glad that those were found. Like, that seems like something, that seems like an easy way to just lose them forever. So, nope, shit, that was not what I was going to do. It's nice to be able to actually see what I'm doing, though. I think our new player module was a bunch of undead that served as a warning that castle demons were coming, which seems like it's probably a common new player module. I also remember the first event that I went to, I didn't wear Calith's iconic red vest the entire time. I changed into my big white poofy shirt, my corset, and a skirt at one point. So, what do I remember from my first event? I should have written all of this stuff down, because at a certain point it just kind of blends together. Boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. Oh, I bet. Oh boy. I can't remember. I don't remember when I settled into my pattern of playing Saturday and Sunday and then NPCing during the Saturday Night Chronicle. But I think I ended up in that pretty quickly, because I think that year's Saturday Night Chronicle was the one with the Baron that became the Chaos Knight. I remember being an NPC in the background, one of the Baron's followers, when someone shouted "Detect Demon" in the middle of a like a tense talking point, and like there was just silence for a moment before the Baron shouted "Here," and then all hell broke loose. It was absolutely amazing. I really hope the chronicle I run will be remembered fondly. Another chronicle I remember, if not for its greatness, but definitely for its silliness, was that one with all of the rats. That was an interesting time. I don't think Mia came with me to any LARPs after that, but we brought other friends. Emery came a couple of times. I think Emery wants to continue coming. It's just everything's been hectic lately. I will let them know that you are expecting them. And then a lot of my, or at least a couple of my early Mistwood memories are very tied up with that one ex I have, Dylan Plugi, and I don't have a lot of fond memories about him, and I don't like thinking about him, so I might skip forward a little bit. So after that, I think I went up to MSSM after that season. And I was really enjoying MSSM, but I decided that I wanted to start a LARP club. Words and stuff and things. And one of the first people to come up to me during that for starting a LARP club was Gunner. And I didn't start the LARP club until like September because it took me a while to get through all of the steps of all of the paperwork. But, oh shit. That's a mess right there. Boop-a-doop. I'm going to scoot the camera down a little bit so that you guys can actually see what I'm doing. And so, words and stuff and things. Right, Gunner. We realized at I think the October Berkendar event that year, that we both went to the same school. Because I remember him talking about RPG Club, and I was like, my school has an RPG Club. It's exactly like that RPG Club. Oh my god, we go to the same school. That's so cool. Especially since it was the, like, super nerd school. Hello, welcome back. I'm on to talking about my LARP exploits at the super nerd school. Yes, I'm very proud of that fact. Let's see. You kind of have to be some level of nerd to be able to really enjoy LARP, don't you? Also, like, we're all on a Twitch channel talking about LARP, which is two different levels of nerdiness. Boop-a-doop. So I managed to get a LARP club up and running, which I was really proud of. The 3 people running it were me, Anna, and Gunner. And I only... Still, interacting with it and, like, helping with it is still a very impressive nerdy achievement. So... at the school. Neither of us knew a whole lot about running LARPs. All we really knew as LARP experiences was Mistwood, and we knew that we couldn't just use the Mistwood rulebook to run shit up there, because that would be rude. Also, we asked, and you guys said no, which was probably a smart idea. So, what... what we ended up doing was we ended up running a lot of little itty-bitty one-shots. Just, like, super simple, like, 1 or 2 basic mechanics, add in some hit points, add in some Dart. I think the first game we ran was a zombie apocalypse game. Yeah, definitely. They're all like 2 hours maximum and all super, super fast paced. Not a lot of downtime. We tried to bring one of our friends whose main LARP experience was our little one-shot LARPs to Mistwood, and he found it to be too slow-paced for his liking, which was unfortunate. But the first game we ran was Zombie Apocalypse. I haven't been to a lot of non-Mistwood games. I've been to like Mistwood and Star Hunter, and that's about it. And also Monsters in Mayhem. But like, I found that I enjoy a slow-paced game personally, at least for like games that happen over an entire weekend. I don't think I could stand a super fast-paced game. I don't think I have the energy for it. Oh, this song is... I think this one is Rat? Let me just double check. Yeah, this song is Rat by Penelope Scott. I can send the playlist that I'm currently playing into the chat. Here. That's the playlist I'm currently listening to. So if you hear any songs that you like on it, you'll be able to find it on there. It's a lot of Penelope Scott and Mia Stegner and artists that I found on TikTok. Hey! Why is there a person in here asking how tall I am? I mean, I have 4 viewers and 17 followers now, but that's still a little odd. I feel like that's not a person from... Oh, I'm definitely not. You know what? They're getting my active chatters up, and there's a goal here on Twitch to have 5 active... Thank you, Ollie. No, I cannot. I don't know what that is. Should I ban this guy? This feels odd. This feels... Oh no. Oh boy. Okay, so I might try to ignore him. If he says something else weird, I might time him out. Because the last guy I got on here like that asked me how big my bust size was, which was not a vibe. So, words and stuff and things. We started running lots of little itty-bitty one-shots. We did run... Oh my god, the trash bag debacle. Okay. So, you guys know how the mines at both Bergendar and the Keep have trash bags strung up between trees to act like walls, right? Right? Like, whoa. So I said literally 15 minutes ago, like, as of you following, I have 17. So I keep on saying I'm going to ignore him, and then I don't. I'm not very good at this. Boop-a-doop. Which means I will notice if you unfollow me. So words and stuff and things. I recently started filming YouTube videos, and one of the great things about that is I get to edit out all of the places where you can just see the loading screen on my face. Hey! More Wilbursit. So, about the trash bags. Are you talking about Lovejoy? Or are you talking about the random dude? That's my favorite lyric that I've ever... Yes, I do. I added it as of today. Like, while I was waiting to boot up my stream. Because, I was having trouble finding it on Spotify. Because there's a lot of different bands called Lovejoy, unfortunately. But then one of their songs came up just randomly as I was listening to music, which was kind of awesome. Boop-a-doop. So I'm not sure if any of them will play as we're listening, because I told GroovyBot to start playing my music in the chat that I'm in, and then I ended up whatchamacalling. Let's take a look at my progress. This song gave me a sense of catharsis that I've only ever gotten from Penelope Scott's Mommy Friend. It doesn't look bad on this end, which is good. It looks kind of unfortunate on this side, but that is a-okay. I am going to take a quick break, and then I will be right back. See you guys real soon.
Monthly giving her 50% of my income. It feels like my ideas of affection are based around artificial perfection. I just want to appease. The internet's ruined me.
Nothing is required. I don't care what they say. If I'm not inspired, then I won't do it today. Everything is optional. I'll make you a vow. Everything is optional, at least for now. So stop the pestering and questioning, requesting and investing in me. I will only let you down. I know I haven't yet, but we'll see. If I keep this up, then I'll burn out. Wish I could skip forward and see how we all turn out. Nothing is required. I don't care what they say. If I'm not inspired, then I won't do it today. Everything is optional. I'll make you a vow. Everything is optional, at least for now. What would the dinosaurs think if they knew I was this stressed? Did they feel the same way? Or would they think I'm a hot
Thank you for
mess? If I
coming to
keep
hang
this
out.
up, then I'll burn out. Wish I could skip forward and see how we all turn out.
Okay.
Nothing is required.
Hello, hello, hello.
I don't care what they say. If
It is
I'm not
time to
inspired,
start another string.
then I won't do it today. Everything is optional. I'll make you a vow. Everything is optional, at least for now.
So I was gonna tell the story of. Oh, that's. I won't sell my fingers to anything. Don't worry. Yes, don't get fired. Thank you for hanging out for as long as you did. Goodbye. Pro tip for anyone who likes sewing, who may be watching this back, or maybe just for Ollie. When you want to make a knot, instead of just tying a knot in your string, you put the string, let's put this in front of here, put the string upside down, you twist it around the needle a couple of times, and then you slide it down the string, and it will make a nice little knot. Oh shit. Okay. So something that if you're ever hanging around with my friends from MSSM, if you want to get them making little jabs at me, just bring up the trash bags. Be like, oh yeah, Stan mentioned something about trash bags when you guys were running LARP. Because I saw the trash, basically, the big problem was location. Because we were told by administration that it was fine to use the school building for buffer and nerf battles. And then, so our first event, we had buffer nerf battles in the 2 hallways of the class. And then after that event, they told us, no, you're not allowed to do that because what if you hit a sprinkler head and break things and set up all of the sprinklers? So then we had to find a place to run that LARP. And we could run it in the gym, but one of the best parts about running it in the school building was we had 2 separate spaces so that we could build a sense of movement.
Hey, hi, how are you? Good, how are you? Good, goodbye, see ya.
Um,
Autopilot, wish I wasn't like a violet. So delicate, so quiet. Hey, hi, how are
but
you?
you can't do
Kinda
that
wish I
when you
really knew,
just
but
have
goodbye, see ya.
one big
Autopilot,
open
wish I wouldn't have
space,
to
you
smile,
know?
it tires me, it's true. Autopilot,
Um,
autopilot, autopilot, autopilot. Why is my default distance? Following instinctual social resistance. Why is my default ending conversation? As if it's just another obligation. Nod and laugh, but not too much. Don't touch your hair. Don't put a comma there. Don't look away. Till I forget what normal feels like. Be yourself, they
so
say, but what if
I
me is
looked
not
at that
authentic
issue,
as a person? What
and I
if
looked
hiding is my
at all of the
personality?
garbage bags on
Hey,
trees
hi,
and was
how
like,
are you?
you know
Good,
what
how are
we
you?
could
Good,
do?
goodbye, see ya. A
We could
million
use
times and it always
string
ends the
and
same.
tape and garbage bags. I also looked at the
Hey,
fact that
hi,
we
how
didn't
are
have
you?
a budget.
Kinda wish I really knew, but goodbye, see ya. A million
Um,
times, and I guess both parties are to blame. Kinda lame, I'd claim. Maybe we should feel some shame. We've been trained to play a game. I know I'd rather feed a flame, but the motivation never came. So put us in the Hall of Fame. You might as well just frame our names. Cause we're the millionth pair to play the game. Hey, hi, how are you? Good, how are you? Good, goodbye, see ya. I know what to do.
and so I
It's normal, is
decided
that something
to
that you think I do?
put
Maybe none of this is true. I have studied people's words and actions while I sit there still and quiet. Still, sometimes I don't know how to mimic what I see.
a
Although I try,
bunch
I should try
of,
not to
I
try. Maybe
decided to
I just
put
wanna cry, but my eyes,
4
they're dry. My soul is fried. I
crisscrossing
am the world, the
lines
sky, tell me
of
why are my eyes
twine
dry?
up with tape
Hey,
in
hi, how are you? Good, how are you? Good,
um,
goodbye, see ya. I don't know what to say. What combination have the letters
in
and the symbols I have
the
in my pocket make the most sense to combine today? I don't know what to do.
gym.
I have these strategies that I don't always know that I am using. Tell
It
yourself
was
to
one of
think
those
about it, then
gyms
I
where on
wonder
one
what am I
side there were
avoiding? It's
bleachers
annoying,
and on
hurting,
the
but
other
I'm
side
going
there was a
again. Do I think that this
stage.
is making my life easier?
So there
Because I
were
think I'll fake it.
plenty
That's
of
what
like
social
high
media
up
is looking
places
at.
that
I
we could
know
attach
I'm
things to.
misunderstood and I rethink every message I receive, write about 100
Um,
times.
and I think
Hey, hi, how are you? Good, how
we
are you?
spent a
Good,
good
goodbye,
like
see ya.
hour setting
Autopilot,
everything
wish I
up,
wasn't like a
and I was
violet.
just
So delicate, so
organizing and
quiet.
sending
Every
people
so
to do
often I
different
miss someone who is
tasks.
so easy to
And I
talk to.
think
They make me
there
think
have
maybe
been
I've gotten a
no
glisten.
times
Just
that I
being
felt
human,
more
what
like
feel is supposed to
a
look like.
leader than
Every so often
I
my eyes
did when I was
disappear
setting
as I'm
that up.
staring the what ifs, and for a small stretch I could swear that it all feels alright. Hey, hi, how
Um,
are you? Good, how are you? Good, goodbye, see
that
ya.
was a good feeling.
Autopilot, wish I wasn't like
It
a
was
violet.
less of a good
So
feeling
delicate, so
when
quiet. Hey, hi,
um,
how are you? Kinda wish I really
we
knew, but
had a
goodbye,
couple
see
of
ya.
members
Autopilot, wish I didn't have to smile, it
weren't
tires me, it's true.
who were
Autopilot,
kind of new to
autopilot,
roleplay
autopilot,
and
autopilot.
were having a very hard time with metagaming. Um, and so, since the walls were so thin and you could see under them so easily, it made it very easy for those who are having trouble with metagaming to metagame, which kind of threw off a lot of the story, unfortunately. Um, but we did that twice, and then we didn't run uh, the zombie game like that again. Another game that we ran was a little horror game. Um, we based we had everyone choose roles based on like typical high school horror trope roles, like the cheerleader, the jock, the nerd. We added in the vlogger, and we got to see one of my friends pretending to be a vlogger the entire time, which was just absolute gold. So we ran a medieval fantasy LARP. I think that was one of our longest running ones. I don't remember the mechanics that we made, but for every single game we made some sort of simple, easy to pick up mechanics that anyone could just see and grab. Normally they stuck to, they only took up like a page each. And I'm really proud of all of the work that I did during that time. I set up an apprentice system so that, ooh, was I gone for a bit? Oh yes, yeah, I went to take a break and now I'm back. It sounds like my music has gone, so let's, I need to get a playlist that plays for longer than just. So I remember one night after running a LARP, we would run them once a month, I think. It was always good fun. There were some LARPs that were more hits, there were some LARPs that were more misses. The Horror Carnival one only had 3 people come to it, while our Percy Jackson LARP had like 20 people come to it. We ran this one spy LARP that was interesting. One of my little sisters came up and acted as a spy for a little bit. We ran one that was like aliens and an alien invasion, which was a lot of fun. We actually got a good number of people for that one. We built a mechanic for restraint that didn't actually restrain anyone. For a little bit, let's see. We welcomed anyone who wanted to come and just vibe, and usually they would end up interacting in some way. Like once we had a couple of friends come and for the Percy Jackson LARP and just vibe. But we were using Dr. Barron's room for one of the for the for one of the parts of the room. And we ended up words and stuff and things. Okay, I am almost done with this side of the basing. Hell yes. So one time, a couple of our friends came to just observe the Percy Jackson LARP. One of the best parts of the Percy Jackson LARP was my apprentice of the time, Hannah, playing Hera and straight up slapping Gunnar, who was playing Zeus at the time. It was something that we planned and something that, as far as I'm aware, everyone was okay with, but it was still just absolutely spectacular to watch. One of the things that I'm really proud of from that is the apprentice system that I had built in. Basically, the second half of a triad member's senior year, they would take on an apprentice. They would find someone who they thought would be good for continuing the running of LARPs, and they would basically train them to do all of the shit, to the point where for the last LARP they would sit back and not do a lot. They would just let the new triad run the thing. So back to the friends who came and observed. Dr. Behrens was one of the physics teachers. And so he had a bunch of weird physics toys in his room, including those fun sticks where if you tap them on something, they make a single note. And so one of the parts of the Percy Jackson LARP was basically a bunch of heroes had to come in and talk to, I think it was Zephyr, the West Wind. They had to talk to one of the really hot winds. Or is Zephyr the South Wind? Either way, they had to go to the palace of one of the winds and talk to him and get some help from him. And so the palace was going to be Dr. Behrens' room, and so while we were messing around waiting for them to solve the puzzle, we basically set everything up so it looked kind of fancy, and the friends who had come just to observe started playing around with all of the music sticks. to the point where when the heroes came into Zephyr's palace, they were greeted by glittering chairs and lots of music. They were greeted by the fellow winds making music, which was really, really cool. It was one of the cooler moments of the game. Um, my shoulder is starting to get sore, as is my voice. Ollie, do you have any ideas as to a name for the campaign? Do you have any common motifs that you're planning or themes that might influence a name? Just because I feel like we'll have a better, I don't know, click-through rate? Is that what it's called? We'll have a better chance of getting people interested if our campaign has a name, you know? Like Curse of Strahd, like Critical Role. From what I know about the characters so far, I know the Rabbit Folk, the Drow, the Dwarf Fighter, I might just turn the music up louder for the rest of the thing. Oh wow, I have 3 people here. What the fuck? In that case, I might keep talking. So let's just tie this off and start a new thing. I wonder if people just left left the stream on in the background of what they were doing. Possibly. Still, having 3 viewers is nice. It's more than I normally have. And now for having another string. I am almost entirely done with this half of it, with like half of the thing. I'm really excited. Pretty soon I'll only have one more side left to do on this side of the corset. It's less of the corset, more of a So let's go back to talking about LARP. Pretty soon at Mistwood, I never got to see the ends of most of the LARPs because of school, because school was boarding school, and it started back up pretty soon after, usually right around the time of the last, uh, events for LARP. So the end of my own chronicle is going to be one of the first chronicle ends that I'm actually going to see, which is very interesting. My hair is doing a curl. That's fun. Let's see. Ooh, back down to 16 followers, which means I think the creepy dude from earlier unfollowed. Where is the string? It's right here. Okay. I find that one of my favorite things to do in combat with Caliph is to have her flank around like go behind enemy lines and hit as many people as she can before she's down. It helps that Gunnar plays Alexander, who's a healer, and they're pretty close friends, so she kind of trusts him to have her back and like make sure she gets out of that alive. It sounds like a dog has gotten here. The camera is low enough, you guys might actually see the dog when she comes in to say hi.
If smiley faces fade away and joy is hard to find today, remember everything will be okay. If sky is blue but you see gray and coping methods,
I wonder if this is one of the reasons why I have a callus on this side of my finger.
Painting the bathroom green and every
I mean, I know part of it is just because whenever I zip anything up, this is the thing that I use to do it. But do I really hand sew enough to have a callus there, though? Maybe it's just that it's a place that's prone to callusing.
I think I agree, at least today. I've made something beautiful. Wish I could always feel more green than gray. Painting the bathroom green and every color can be seen in between blue and yellow if you look closely. Painting the bathroom green in my last month as a teen in between adult and child, time moves slowly. My mother says it's pretty coming up the stairs. I think I agree from where I stand on my chair. Something beautiful. Wish I could always have more green. Maybe I should start a garden. Wish it wouldn't snow. Need something to take my mind off places I can't go. I can't go.
think I need to get better at role playing.
Nothing is required.
My
I
cat.
don't care what they say. If I'm not inspired, then I won't do it today. Everything is optional. I'll make you a vow. Everything is optional, at least for now. So stop the pestering and questioning, requesting and investing in me. I will only let you down. I know I haven't yet, but we'll see. If I keep this up, then I'll burn out. Wish I could skip forward and see how we all turn out. Nothing is required.
You're fine. I've kind of gotten to the end of
I don't
my
care what they say.
cognitive ability to keep
If
talking.
I'm not inspired, then I won't do it today.
I
Everything
think
is optional.
I'm going to end stream early.
I'll make you a vow.
Because I'm going to be streaming more this evening for the session 0 of a yet unnamed campaign that's going to be in like a half hour, and I think I need to rest in between now and then. So thank you to everyone who came out. It was a lot of fun chatting with everyone. And that's that. Have a nice day. Don't forget to take care of yourself.
I don't care what they say. If I'm not inspired, then I won't do it today. Everything is optional. I'll make you a vow. Everything is optional, at least for now. Never thought I'd be a waiter. I don't have the patience. Always knew I had ambition. Sometimes it disappears or lies. My newfound normal is a dream again. Farther east than the sky is high. Now I'm stuck inside a time loop.